Okay. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Oh my this. Okay. All right. Uh. Start. Start again. This is my like first solo YouTube like video. Yeah. So it's obviously gonna be a bit awkward, but I think like it's natural and it is what it is. Like it's. I'm not. I probably won't edit it out because I'm not trying to be fake out here. Maybe like on my 5th, 10th or whatever 15th, maybe I'm gonna get a bit more smoother with this. But yeah, welcome to my YouTube channel. I don't even know what to call it. I don't even know what to call my YouTube channel. But yeah, I think the first thing I'm gonna upload is it's gonna be about me. It's just gonna be me, myself, and I. I think like what the obviously you'll probably know what I'm trying to make, what this video is about because I'm gonna put in the title. Yeah, so let's get right to it, I guess. Oh no, oh my days. Not that. Yeah, so as you can tell from the title, it's about my portfolio for an architecture course that I'm about to start, hopefully. So yeah, I'm just gonna like walk you through that. It's not special. It's not like exemplary. It's not like this is the best thing out there. If you really want to, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of you out there who's gonna come across this video, who's gonna find this video and be like, yeah, you know what? I've got more talent than this guy. You probably do. You probably have got more talent than me. But the thing is with me, like I think I've got like a lot of experience outside of just like academia, like work, real life experiences because I've worked for more than a dozen companies, since the age of 17. It's not yeah, like don't get don't get twisted. I didn't get like fired, so I had to find a new job and whatnot. I don't think I would end up working for a dozen companies if I got fired. Yeah, because like the second one, third one would probably be like, why did you get fired for the first one? From the first one, the third one would probably be like, why did you get fired from the first one or second one? Yeah, so yeah, it wasn't like that. It wasn't. It wasn't. It's just I wanted to. I wanted to have a knowledge experience. They say like you don't get like your what's that phrase? Your hands don't get like okay. I don't know. I can't remember that quote, but it's there in my head somewhere at the back of my head. But basically, yeah, if you try doing everything at once, you're gonna fail. You can't do it all at once. You've got to like do it individually because otherwise you're gonna fail. You're gonna look awkward. You're gonna look silly, and it's gonna be messy. You're better off just taking it one at a time. And yeah, that's what it is. Like I wanted to like what the hell am I on about? Okay, whatever. Let's just like show you my portfolio. I want to show you this because the uni's approved it. I had like a couple of weeks to put this thing together. I went and met a college teacher, professor. I don't know if you call college teachers professors, but yeah, he told me like, he kind of gave me like the guidance. He gave me like, he told me like what you need to sort of, the stuff you need to do to, please them. And I guess they were following the same sort of guidelines as unis, because when I submitted this portfolio, by the way, it's actually really weird. It's actually quite interesting because initially I wanted to go into college to do my like access course, so I can get to uni, because I have no like experience or skills. No, I do have skills. I just don't have experience in architecture. I don't have like a portfolio. I don't have anything to show them. Like, look, like, I'm serious about this. I didn't have any of that. So unis are obviously, they're going to be like, it's just, we want you, we want to take you on, but we want to know that you want to take us on as well. Like, you are interested in it as well. Like, I had nothing to show for it. I had no portfolio to show that I'm creative. I had no portfolio that would, that could like, tell, like, represent me as someone who's creative and who is like, serious about this and whatnot. So so I went to him and he kind of gave me the guidelines, and he was brilliant, because I followed his sort of instructions, and that's how I came up with this portfolio. I had my own ideas, but he sort of like gave me the reference. All right, let's move on. Okay, this is like the introduction page. Welcome to my portfolio. Yeah, so it's just literally just like, see, this portfolio has a lot of stuff. It has my artwork, my sketches, drawings, photography, but the introduction is just me. Okay, yeah, it's just me. Like, the first orange picture, it's the orange border replacing my head, and the second one is like me. We're gonna go into details, like, there's slides where these pictures are featured, so we're gonna talk about that. And the third picture is like, you can't tell it's me. First two, yeah, you can tell because a bit of my skin is exposed, and like, you can tell it's like me. Third one, yeah, I'm shrouded, so yeah, you can't tell it's me, but it's me, yeah. So, welcome to my portfolio, yeah, that's me. Okay, the first sketch I did was a sketch of Stoke Newington Church. Church Street, Stoke Newington is where I grew up. Okay, without going into too much details, it's a beautiful place. I took it for granted. I grew up in that place, yeah, and I was like, oh, okay, this is nice. This is, this is good. Like, this is beautiful and whatnot. Then I went to other places, which I'm not gonna name, because that's like being a bit like rude, I think, if you're gonna be like, oh, okay, these places in London are disgusting and whatnot. By the way, Stoke Newington is in Hackney. Hackney is like notorious, yeah. Well, it was like 10, 15 years ago. It's changed. You go to Hackney, yeah? You go to Dalston. It's probably the most trendiest, lovely, friendliest place, like, you're gonna go to in the whole of London. Okay, but before it wasn't like that. Before, on my street, somebody died because he got stabbed, and then he was trying to like drive away from that scene. And then our street is quite like, what makes it really fascinating is the fact that our street only has like 2 houses, so it's like, yeah, it's just like a little street with like 2, decent sized, big, whatever, houses. And then this guy didn't even manage to cross our street. He crashed into our neighbor's house. This car, he got stabbed and he died on the spot. I came back from school and everything was blocked off. I couldn't get in. I was like, the police were like, oh, okay, they taped everything. They were like, oh, no, just, carry on walking. There's nothing to see here, like kind of that kind of attitude. And I was like, I live here. That's my. Stop it. And he said it out. I was like, that's my house. Like, I need to go to my house, right? And they're like, oh, okay. Then suddenly they were being a bit, like, bit more friendly. But yeah, if you go to Stoke Newington, yeah, which is in Hackney, you already know Hackney as being one of the most kind of like at time, it's not wrong, it's not time. It was one of the most violent places. This stuff like this happened all the time, but it didn't reach up to Stoke Newington area, which was quite like a breath of fresh air around that time, because you had Dalston, you had like Shakespeare, you had what was that? These other places. Yeah, I don't want to like name all these other places. I feel like I'm baiting them out, but yeah, Stoke Newington was a really like really nice area. It's still the same. Nothing's changed with Stoke Newington. Everywhere else has become even more trendier, which is like weird. Yeah, it's become more trendy than Stoke Newington, but Stoke Newington like it's the same. So I was like, oh, okay, I used to like walk past this or drive past it every day of my life, yeah, for like 5-6 years. Yeah, when I attended like Stoke Newington Secondary Arts and Media School and College. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. Okay, this is one of my sketches. It's basic, but if you don't get the angles right, then you need to get the angles right. I feel like it's. Some people have like a talent. Some people know what they're doing naturally, but other people, they need to like get the ruler on the paper and the pencils and whatever to make sure like everything's like aligned properly and whatnot. I didn't do that. It was like a freehand sketch, and I tried to do it in an hour. Coloring, you know what? Yeah, the coloring took more time than the actual like sketch, the skeletons of that building, which was so weird. Because I was like, I think I'll be honest here. Like, I'm not very like good with coloring, but the actual like sketches and whatnot, yeah, I can do that. You'll see later on when I sketched my like family and friends. It was just like a freehand sort of thing, and it's not accurate, but you can tell who it is. Like if you knew my friends and family, and if you saw them in real life, you saw their pictures, or like them in general, and you saw those sketches, you'd be like, oh no, I know who this person is. It looks like him. It looks like her. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. CMX Services. It's one of the businesses that I started. It's one of the startup companies that I started. Sorry, I was just trying to make sure the camera's recording. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so it's one of the businesses. It's like a digital marketing business where you like take care of people's like social media, because your online presence is everything. It's everything. Like before they go to your restaurant or whatever, the first thing people do is they search you up. They search you up online to see like how if you're a good company, because like reviews are everything. So they search up like if you're a restaurant and you got 4.5 stars with I don't know like 1K reviews and it's 4.5 stars and whatever, who's gonna be like, this restaurant, I'm not gonna have a good time. No one's gonna say that. It's all about reviews. It's all about online. Everyone like checks. I'm not sure about everyone like in this particular kind of scenario, but I check the menus as well as the reviews and stuff, because I want to see like what kind of stuff they have and the prices and whatnot. Even if it is expensive, I wanna be aware of it. I don't want to be shocked. Whatever, yeah. So it's like this business was designed for that. This to kind of like come across to your customers as you are a very well trustworthy well reputable. I'm definitely gonna have to edit this bit out. Wait, did I actually forget how to pronounce that word? Oh my god. Reputable? Oh my god, no wait. How'd you say that word? Oh my days, no wait, no, oh my god, like reputable, reputable. No way, no way, no way, no way. Okay, let's just go with well established. Okay, well established company, business, whatever. Yeah, you are, and you are like a good business who's offering your customers the best service, product, whatever you have in terms of like food, in terms of actual like physical products or like virtual stuff. Okay, next picture. Oh, this is another business. This is another business that I started. It was amazing. Okay, it was South Asian sweets website. Okay, store, online store. Okay, so you have all these South Asian sweets. You have companies like, a lot of you are not going to be familiar with this, especially if you're like not like Asian. But you have these companies like Ambala. You have these companies like Prawn, which you have like Arzu, which I loved, and then they shut down their thing. Like, it's, oh my god, I don't know why they shut it down, because it was amazing. They have these other sweet companies like what's it called? I named you the best three. Okay, in London, I'm not sure. Outside of London, I think like Kashmir Crown Bakeries is like quite popular. It's quite like well known in places like Bradford, where there's like Asians are like well concentrated. There's like a lot of Asians there and whatnot. Yeah. All the other brands I named is like, especially products like international brands. Okay, so that's one of the banners that I designed for them, and you can tell like it's like I focus on like the luxury, the deliciousness, like the sort of the prestigiousness, because that's what if you want to like give someone like a sweet hamper or whatever, yeah, add your like Cadbury's, your like Snickers or whatever, like you know, like sweets, like random assorted sweets, chocolates or whatnot. But if you want to celebrate something truly special, South Asian sweets, yeah, we're not talking, there's no chocolate in there. There's no chocolate in cream jamun, yeah. There's no freaking chocolate in gulab jamun, as our Prime Minister said when he was addressing the lockdown issue. I think he said something about like, I know you guys want to like meet up with your friends or whatever, taste your gulab jamun. How does he know about that? Okay, whatever. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, that's like a sort of what do you call it? Like a snapshot. Okay, like a screenshot of the home page of the website. You see the golden thing in the middle? That was our logo. I was responsible for that. I had help from one of my close friend, ex, whatever. Like, okay, let's not get into that. Yeah, it was called Nasty Sweets. You can see that on the bottom left corner. You can see all the sweets and stuff. I'll try to provide a link to the website. Like, it's really beautiful. I might start that again, because I might have to start that again, because I miss it myself. I don't know about other people. Some people were calling me and they're like, your website is so beautiful. Like, we need to, like, order from you. And they did. they put in like orders of like 15 quid, 20 quid or whatever, like all these like boxes of sweets. I made it like reasonable price. I didn't make it too expensive. So yeah, 20 quid, like, it was just like, for 20 quid you can taste all these like milk based like barfies and all this stuff. And the bottom right corner you can see like the cream jamun in the middle, the brown with the cream in the middle, and then you have laddus, which is on the right, which is, everyone loves it. If you haven't tasted it, you're obviously missing out. You're missing out. Like, you have to taste laddus. Like, you have to taste laddus. Like, how can you? If you haven't tasted it, that's just not fair to you. Not fair to no. It's fair to you because I'm telling you about it, and you haven't. Go to your nearest like sweet shop or whatever. Yeah, go taste that. You're gonna love it. And on the left, bottom right corner, the image that you see, on the very like the two blocks of like orange, light brown sort of rectangle that you see here, it's like patisa, yeah? It just melts in your mouth, it's delicious. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, these are like my inspiration for the actual Nasta Sweet company, the business that it's inspiration for my logo, the theme, the sort of image, the sort of culture. No, not a culture. The sort of what I'm trying to say here is the you wanna like you wanna identify your customer base, your audience, your target audience, right? And here I included everything, like all the stuff that's really important in this slide, to kind of like come up with the designs and the theme of the website to sort of like portray the sort of my target audience. I think you know what I mean, like, yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the actual stuff I included. You can see on the bottom left corner, you can see the very creamy looking chicken korma that my mum made. She can make a really nice curry, like when she wants to. Like it's delicious. It's really nice. You can tell by that picture how nice that curry was. I feel like I don't give her enough credit for the stuff she does. Yeah, but that looks delicious, and it tasted exactly like how it looked. Right next to that picture, you have a more spicier, browner, like more stronger sort of intense curry, right? You have a basic chicken curry. What do you call this? What do you call this? I don't know. But it was also delicious. Yeah, the same sort of like ingredients you use, but you mix like you swap out a couple of ingredients, and it's like completely different. It's amazing. Okay, it's amazing. This is where I say I'm proud to be an Asian. Like Okay, and on the bottom right corner, you see the Nasta Sweets logo, which was inspired by it was inspired. I don't want to say this, but it was inspired by my ex. She drew this design. I asked her to help me with this, and she helped me. Even though she's like a silly little nincompoop. She was a silly little nincompoop, the stuff she did. It's not nice. It wasn't nice to me. But okay, let's not like dive into that, because it's a deep end right there. But yeah, the top pictures that you see, I think it's beautiful. All these patterns, all these colors, like it's amazing. It's truly amazing. And at the top, the right hand side, you can see like there is a maroon background and these golden design, and you can see the logo that I designed is very similar to that, right? It is like it's not just me, right? You can see the yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, here I tried to contradict myself. I tried to show that even without colors, you can show how special something is, even without colors. So I took away everything, maroon, gold, whatever. Yeah. Look at these pictures. You have all these different patterns. Yeah. You have like you can tell. Like I'm gonna have like this on the bottom of the like recording whatever like on the so you can like you viewers can actually view this. But all these pictures that you see here, yeah, you can tell what it is. Some of them are fur, some of them are leaf, some of them are hair. You can tell acorn. There's there like I can't gravel, wood, tarmac, bricks, whatever. You can tell. There's no colors. There's literally no maroon, no gold, no nothing. You can tell what it is, and it's still like you can be like, oh, okay, I know what that is. I know exactly what that is. So this slide was me contradicting myself on the previous slide, telling you people, whoever's like looking at my portfolio, telling you, yeah, colors are irrelevant. They're relevant, but at the same time, they're irrelevant. That I think is creativity. Like I feel like if other students were to do that, I'd be like, you know what, yeah, you're smart. Okay, that's a bit weird, yeah. But no, honestly, I would think like for you to be able to sort of judge yourself and question yourself, use colors and you say like, you know what, colors represent prestige. Colors can represent the opposite of prestige. The colors can represent richness, if that's even a word. Colors can represent quality. At the same time, colors can represent all the negative stuff out there, yeah? But at the same time, you take the colors out, but you still see, like, you still see the sort of you still feel stuff without colors. Okay, I think I made a good point here. Yeah. Let's move on to the next slide. Oh, okay. This is amazing. When we were doing this photography session, okay, me and my sister, I asked her to help me with like taking the photography because I don't want to have arthritis. Click, 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 click. We ended up taking nearly like 1,000 pictures. So yeah, imagine I took all those pictures myself. Like at the end of the day, like I wouldn't have a pausable thumb to scroll with or do anything with. So yeah, I would just be like a cat, not all the personality, all the characteristics, without the ability to like scroll or do like the basic things needed. But yeah, these pictures right here, yeah, they're amazing. They're amazing. I love it. It's so simplistic, but at the same time, the building, the glass, everything's like surrounding you. But at the same time, you have a sense of freedom. It's not like you're sort of blocked. You're sort of like thing in a jailed, prisoned in like a square. Jailed and prisoned. in see-through glass when you can see everything. Okay, I don't even know what I'm on about, but yeah, I think it's the pictures were taken like really well. Every picture you can see the sky, as well as the sort of like surrounding walls that are made of glass. Yeah, so I think it shows like the contrast between escapism, freedom, and being sort of trapped. I found it interesting. I hope you do as well. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, next slide is just me looking up into the clouds and seeing these like different buildings, these different shapes, and I feel like these different shapes poking into the sky. One of them is like a NatWest building you can see on the left. Yeah, it's like it's just a rectangle, like pointing towards the sky, and then you have the pyramid, the triangle, sort of like trying to pierce into the sky. And then I'm just looking up at it. I feel like it shows what I try to do is like show ambition. Okay, like if you have ambition, if you're aspiring to be like reach the top, I guess like you don't have to be the, what did Steve Jobs say? He said something like about this, like you don't, the people who succeed, they're normally they're not exactly like the round pegs fitting into the round holes. It's not the like cubes going through the square holes. Like you have to be an anomaly. In real life, it doesn't work that way. We were brought up to sort of to understand and believe that if you're a triangle, you have to fit in through the pyramid holes. If you're a round peg, you have to fit in through the circles, right? But in real life, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't. It's actually like it's quite the opposite. Actually, if you wanna stand out, then you've got to be different. Okay, next slide. All right. Okay. Here I was exploring debt. All right. I think going to Alexandra Palace and finding this hall, it was amazing. It was amazing because I don't think there's anything else out there that can represent like depth as well as this. It's amazing. It's amazing. I think the thing about depth is it stays the same. It continues to be how you expect it to be at the start. Okay, it doesn't change. If it changes into something different as you go deeper, I don't think that's depth. That's not like that's not relevant. That's not depth. That becomes something else. Yeah, that becomes something else. But depth is when it's like it continues to stay the same. It continues to be similar in terms of experience, looks, aesthetics, what you feel for it. But like it's deeper. Nothing changes, but you go deeper. And I think this hallway in Alexandra Palace, yeah, it shows that like really well. Over here, you can see like the shadows and everything else. It's just like it just increases. Nothing changes, but the shadows and the pillars, everything else increases in quality. It's just multiplying the first picture again and again. Okay. I think this is really nice. But, someone's home. Okay. All right. Well, we need to like complete this. All right. Okay. Best of Ali Pali. Right. Ali Pali, if you don't know, is a nickname for Alexander Palace. He was called Ali Pali for some reason. I didn't do enough research into it. Maybe I should have for the sake of this portfolio research review video sort of thing. But yeah, the first picture, yeah, on the left, yeah, I loved it. Okay, I just loved it. It's surrounded you have the little hole. It's surrounded by this border. It's so intricate with this details and the colors. It's amazing. It's amazing. The second picture, yeah, you have like a huge gate. Huge gate. What does that mean? Like, we want to welcome you, yeah. We want to welcome like everyone, everybody, yeah, and anybody. That's what a huge gate means, right? But then you have like a solid black door in the middle, like, you know, shutting everyone out, almost as if they're trying to tell you, yeah, we will welcome anybody, but when we want to, like, you know, it's a palace. We want to entertain, we want to welcome everyone, yeah. But when we want to, that's how. Like, I feel like, you know, that entrance is just like amazing. And the picture on the right, you had these spikes. I looked up and I saw these spikes, and I was like, right, okay. They have no gate here, so they're kind of like, you know, you can just if you can just walk through, But you look up and you see those spikes, and you're like, what if it falls on my head? And I feel like that was their intention. I might be wrong, but I feel like that was their intention. I feel like they want to tell you, like, you know, as friendly as we seem, we still have, you know, like, you don't want to mess with us. We can be dangerous to you if we really want to. I'm not sure if this is like a real thing, but maybe those spikes are designed to, like, you know, fall on you and that hurt. No, why did I do that to myself? But yeah, like, decapitate you. It's back in the day.